doesn't like normal food, but loves eating sand. Oh, it's 2 a.m. You know what this means? It's the perfect time to cry. This child just tried to convince me to hang this watering can full of water above the door for a prank. Who are you pranking? You. I walked out of Target to the scene of a child laying motionless on the ground. I asked what was wrong, and the dad said, he's upset his gloves matches his jacket. So this kid decided to try to fit between the sliding doors and the screen. Parents, don't go too close to the TV. Also parents, here are your VR goggles. Granddaughter drew me some artwork. Ah, wow. She's like Picasso. Hasn't got hide and seek down yet. If the kid was wearing a shade of gray, I would have never seen them. We wouldn't let him swim in the sea. He can't swim, and it's 6 degrees. My 4-year-old daughter was watching something on her tablet that scared her. She came back with her protective headgear. This kid eats onions like they're apples. Just gone to cook dinner, and he's been at it again. Eating onions like apples. Gross, dude. He's only 1. Yeah, but he's got the spider gene. He was bitten by a spider a few days after he was born. My brother has discovered that his swim shirt holds air. Thought he was a rugby player. My daughter taped this to the front door to prank the neighbors. My dad and mum are in danger. My little brother, 10, got stuck in a cat donut. A cat donut? This is like a neck pillow for someone with a really, really long neck. My mum said this was one of my favorite things to do as a child. I did this a lot. My 2-year-old cousin is genuinely in love with her skeleton. I came outside to check on my son, who said he was going to take a nap. I think he's living his best life. Kid doesn't like apples, but eats them like they are McDonald's fries. That's smart. I have no words. My child is something. Spinach and Fruit Loops. Thankfully, she has the best vitamins. We caught my girlfriend's niece doing this at the mall. My 7-year-old announced that the most boring toy to receive would be a Lego. So now there's a big family discussion about how many Legos you would need to tip over into the fun category. 7-year-old is insisting the minimum is 5. I thought he meant like a singular Lego block. He means a whole toy. A train hit a tank in my city. Guess who won? A train hit a tank and a Mustang police car responded. Was this a 5-year-old's playset? Hide and seek champion? We're playing hide and seek? Okay. Where is the baby? One of my 5-year-old cousins thinks that if a boy likes another boy, then they are a girl, and that doesn't even hold up. Like, then lesbians would be gay men, but since they became gay men, they would be once again lesbians. Children are so ridiculous. This is how my son was sleeping. He may be immortal. Sleeping on Lego out of everything? I'm wondering what his normal bed's like now. Imagination level 100. My 2-year-old daughter drew a pillow with chalk, then laid down for a nap. How long did she sleep for doing this? She's been talking to the vent for a while. At first I thought it was cute. Now I'm afraid someone is talking back. Kid at Walmart dragging his head on the ground while mum was shopping. I used to always sit in the shopping cart. My little brother eats a burger layer by layer. That's so weird. Never trying that. Why is my son sleeping on the floor like this? He's pretending to be a figure. My kid sleeps like he fell down in Family Guy. It's like he's been ragdolled around. My son is starting his summer off right. Getting the vibes good. Kids make no sense. But in kid world, this is the best feeling ever. Kid, I want to be like Spider-Man. Uncle, why do they add the seeds when they cook the watermelon? 8-year-old feminist me. Teacher asking for strong boys to help clear up. Way too many you're definitely not a feminist then. What do you mean feminist at 8 years old? When the little kid hit you and says, you can't hit me back because I'm a kid. Yeah, so I don't hit him. I pay another kid to hit him. My 6-year-old just made this bumper sticker for me. I hit other cars on purpose for fun. My kid painted a picture and wanted to hang it on the wall, so she used paint to do that. My nephew has a lot to learn about how this world works. Why did he lock himself in the cage? Oh, he wanted to sleep with the dog, right? And the dog left. My 6-year-old begs me to play Minecraft with him, and then does this the whole time to see his half of the screen better. My husband and toddler made eggs on Mother's Day. Now he's demanding to make eggs all day. My husband foolishly promised him last night he could make eggs. Toddler doesn't forget. Just had to manually make holes in this Swiss cheese because my kid refuses to believe it's Swiss unless it has holes. Pool versus paint bucket. Paint bucket wins. My 2 kids sitting next to the brand new couch. My wife ordered them. He immediately regrets decision. Yeah, I mean, you're trying to eat sand, man. What do you think it's gonna taste like? Is it gonna taste like sweets? It's sand. It's grainy. It's prickly. It's dry. My 5-feet-old daughter cut holes in her socks just in case her feet get hot. Kid logic. Hey guys, let's stand really close together and swing this stick. Yeah. And you know what guys, to make it even more fun, I'm gonna aim for your eye. My son trying to pay for his groceries with a driver's license. He's going to jail. My 3-year-old was begging me to buy her something at the store, and I usually don't give in, but I did this time because it was only 99 cents and it was a bunch of scallions. I suppose I did ask him to put his laundry basket in the washer. This is how my 2.5-year-old niece insists on holding her new baby brother. How isn't the brother going crazy? My son found a piece of brick outside and put it in a Ziploc bag for safekeeping and brought it inside. That's his protection weapon for the monsters under the bed. The way my brother likes to watch YouTube. Oh, this is like one of the best positions to watch YouTube or any sort of media. I even do this now. Well, they need a big sofa. My daughter is weird. Here is a picture of her laying under the coffee table while blowing raspberries into a paper plate. Now he will surely meet Santa because he's sleeping next to the Christmas tree. Dad, I can't sleep. Why not? Do you see that monster under my bed? OMG, yes. Well, I drank the whole can. I have one intelligent child who is designing a parachute, and putting this as politely as I can, I have another child willing to try the parachute. Well, they're inventors. They're gonna try what they're making. Maybe he'll move his arm soon. So this is how I'm going to die. At least his arm is soft. My nephew is 13 and starting to ask girls on dates. So he asked my brother what was the best way to ask a girl on a date, and he told him to find something they were both interested in and asked if she wanted to do it. So my nephew asked the girl if she liked chicken nuggets. What are you thankful for? Isabella is thankful for all the dead people because at least they tried. We just waited an hour to see our podiatrician. As soon as he walked in, my toddler took his hand and pointed to his watch and said, "This is a clock," which was the most passive-aggressive thing I've ever witnessed. My friend's toddler babbled, "Don't forget to subscribe," as he was put to bed. Kid watches so much YouTube he thought it meant goodbye. My kid decided to make his own popsicle. Not even the combined mind of two 11-year-olds could figure this out. What about an adult? Most adults got. I thought they were chewing that. I had a crush on this one girl in 3rd grade, and she told a kid scars are cool. So I stabbed myself with a pencil, and I didn't get her attention. All I got was a band-aid. My young nieces refuse to eat tomatoes, but can't get enough of these flower fruit, dark cherry tomatoes, that I grow. My daughter got her head stuck in the door. She was the one holding the door closed. These situations are really scary. You think the world is ending. Why'd you take the photo? You should have helped the kid first. I mean, maybe I was just too dramatic as a kid, but yeah. Stuff like this can traumatize a kid, you know? 6-year-old me was a spelling genius. A healthy shopping list. I mean, yeah, this looks like a pretty healthy shopping list. Good choice. I had no logic. When I was 4, I was scared to play COD Zombies because I thought the zombies would come to life if I played it. Well, when I was 11, I was scared to play it, probably up to like the age of 15, because it's scary. I didn't think they'd come to life. It's just too scary. I still can't imagine learning on Zoom and seeing the inside of a teacher's house. When I was a kid, I didn't know teachers had first names and thought they slept in the school. Hell no. My 7-year-old. I have to bring a joke tomorrow for class. I guess I could bring you to my 11-year-old. Respect. High five, 7-year-old. It's a pretty good joke. Oh, it's your brother. Mom, what is that in your tummy? And you really love him? Yes. Then why did you eat him? I just wanted everyone to know that my 2-year-old insisted on being pants for Halloween. We have 6 beds, and my kids still sleep like the grandparents from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory every night, because they love each other. A mailman who looked suspiciously like my 8-year-old put this in my mailbox this morning. Dear Joel Berry, for your kid, you must tell them to watch Iron Man tonight. To avoid perpetuating gender stereotypes, I gave my daughter a mix of dolls and toy cars to play with. This is what happened. I walked in on my son watching TV like this. Freaked me out for a second. I just broke up an argument between 2 children playing house. They were fighting over who left the pretend door open because the imaginary dog got out. They chose this over video games. So what? That's fun. My son didn't want to be a tiger or a superhero. He wanted to be a traffic light. She goes, "Did you know you can put Starburst around a cup and put a rubber band around it?" I didn't know that. No, very cool. If only I could sleep like this kid. The only way I can sleep like this is if I'm really tired. Okay, this is just like average iPad kid on iPad trying to get comfortable position. I've tried top left, I've tried all of these. I was an iPad kid. I went to check on my daughter. Oh, I see at the top right. She didn't make those. I thought she was making them with those gloves on, but she's just eating cupcakes with gloves on. Told my son that he had to eat half of his hot dog before we could watch a movie. This is how my 2-year-old granddaughter sits, taking ornaments off the tree, thinking no one can see her. One of the stupidest things I've ever seen a kid do. And it's my kid, dipping Oreos in ketchup. Ugh. My son recently learned he can buy stuff with money. I came into my office to find this. Yeah, he's gonna grow up to be an interesting individual. He'll make a lot of money, I'm sure. In the best yet things my nephews have done, the 7-year-old ordered a burger today and was asked if he wanted it medium. Could you please make it very large? He asked. Told that the choice was between medium or well done. He asked if the chef could do his best. Yes. Do you want to give Mama a back scratch? Mama likes it. I'll pay you. Why? I don't need money. I can fly to Grandma and she'll give me money. I was watching Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets with my little sister and she said, I know why Voldemort is bald. It's so no one can use his hair for the polyjuice potion. She's 10 years old. Me in preschool playing with blocks. When suddenly a kid walks up to me and says, Derp, will you do me a favor? Needless to say, I refused. But then he said, please, I'll be your best friend. What is thy bidding, my master? Parents, when their kid uses logic and facts in an argument. Tastes like disrespect. When my daughter was 2, she was convinced we had no baby pictures of her. They were all pictures of a baby named You, because whenever she would ask us who the baby was, we would say, that's you. Our kid came out of his room and said the air smelled hot. Was he okay? He was worried because the air he was breathing was warmer. I told him it's because the heat turned on. No sadder relationship dynamic than my baby. Absolutely obsessed with my 3-year-old. And my 3-year-old continually tells us to throw her in the garbage. When I was 5, my mum got an elf on the shelf and told me it was watching to see if I was bad. I was so scared I decided to end it and I snuck out, stole the elf on the shelf, then ripped its arms up and hid it in the grass under my window, then lied about it when questioned. The child inductively generalizes across the adult's usage of too much and too many, and concludes that they mean the correct and desired amount. I want too much ice cream. I want too many grapes. My kid came home from school yesterday and told me his class is supposed to dress up as Elvis for morning assembly. I told him I think he means elves. He disagreed. I can't wait to hear how his day went when the king returns home. When my son was 4, he saw a commercial that said brushing alone is not enough to prevent cavities and tooth decay. So he made us start brushing our teeth with him. It's been 3 years. Nobody tell him. My brother had me convinced for a while that each person had to have a unique favorite color. And since his was blue, I had to change mine. On my first day of kindergarten, we had to introduce ourselves and say our favorite color. I was super stressed out because the kids in front of me picked the good colors. I kind of panicked and told everyone my favorite color was gray. Kid logic. Guess she loved doing nothing. Also, she had me at 36. My mum is 16 years old. Okay, how the hell does that work? My 2-year-old daughter was pretty hungry. She ate the paper too? My 10-year-old neighbor just threw a cup of water over my cat who was sitting on the fence minding his own business and laughed. So I threw a basin of water over him from the window. And now his dad is at my door going mental. But I don't see the problem. Don't touch my cat. If a cupcake doesn't have frosting, it's just a muffin. By special request. I've also packed her the apple peel. Apple skin on its own? This is the type of girl to take the batter off the chicken nuggets and put it in a different section of her plate. I have tried that before. Not that bad. I had to walk behind my teenager during his Zoom class in order to go to the bathroom. And now his peers know that he has parents that he lives with. He's obviously very upset. Please send him your thoughts and prayers during this difficult time. My 3-year-old said she wished she had a pet. I reminded her that we have a dog and wow, the genuine surprise on her face as it dawned on her that our dog is a pet and not just some other guy who lives here. Lost my kid in Target. I found him here at his new parents now. My daughter now has a special book, carries it around everywhere and uses it for everything. It is the official Mr. Boston guide to bartending and drink mixing. Before I knew what a live studio audience was, I thought the people you hear while watching TV were people in their houses. I would sit very close to the TV and laugh ignorantly loud so they could hear me too. I found this collection of heads in my kid's playroom. Oh, I thought one was covered in blood. I was like, what? Why is that on a Lego? I'm helping my mum clean out my little sister's room and we found this ball with toys glued to it. Luckily, he doesn't have a credit card. I want to buy a lion on the internet and have it eat you. My 4-year-old son when trying to avoid having his teeth brushed. The best seats at a middle school chorus concerts are anywhere but not behind grandparents trying to record it by holding up an iPad. And it's not like they consider the people behind them. They don't care if you can't see anything. They want to record it with their iPad. I would just start watching the concert through their iPad at that point. I've done this at concerts before. Took my daughter for a hike. She wanted to pack her own gear. This is what she packed. My sister and I used to rip the heads off Monster High. What the hell? That's insane. My mom mum took my brother to a Lego exhibition where children can design and make whatever they want at the end. She just sent me what he made. I'm dead. Mickey's grave. Is he crying? My friend is potty training her kid. This is how she poops when she's cold. Little cousin's prompt was, what place do you want to go and visit? It can be anywhere in the world. Sydney wants to go to Costco because she loves the hot dogs there. Mummy says we can go after I finish my homework. Hot dogs are good. Oh yeah, hot dogs gotta be one of my favorite type of foods too. Pizza, hot dog, and a nice steak. My daughter thinks the closet looks less creepy at night like this. That makes one of us. My daughter always steals printer paper to draw on. So for Christmas, I wrapped a pack of 500 papers of pages. Huh? I just read it opposite. She started running around screaming with excitement. Turn your back for 30 seconds. My 3.5-year-old niece thinks she's a ninja. When I was a kid, I was hospitalized because my Gameboy shut off in the middle of a gym leader battle on Emerald. And I got so mad that I took out the batteries and ate them. How to put in Airpods by my 2-year-old. When my 2-year-old doesn't want to talk anymore, she ends the conversation with happy birthday and walks away waving bye. I remember this one time my cat got really sick, so he went to the vet. And my parents told me the cat was going on a vacation. When me and my sister asked where, Dad said China. So one night we went to the Chinese buffet and me and my sister really asked the employees if we could see our cat. My 9-year-old holding a very new baby. She is so cute, the size of 4 rats. Woman in my train carriage smoothly telling me, the conductor, that her son is traveling free because he's only 4, while the kid repeatedly yells, but I'm not 4. Apparently my 9-year-old nephew wanted permission to make a Facebook account. And my sister was like, no, you're 9. And then he figured out how to make one behind her back and got caught immediately when he sent her a friend request. My neighbors are having a party. One of the kids is driving around the yard in an electric car, screaming and crying. He's ready for adult life. Why do you keep dropping things on the floor, 2-year-old? Because I let go of them, I must admit. Her argument is pretty solid on this one. Why did the wicked stepsister rip Cinderella's dress? Because I don't have any pizza. It works. I think your kid wants pizza. Yeah, I'm done with homework. You did it? That's not what I said. My son watching TV this morning. I'd always want to get really weird outfits and my parents would just buy them. I got like photos of me in Superman costume, some monkey costume, some Batman, Robin Hood, Alien, I don't know, everything. I was a cosplayer. Cosplaying before it was cool. I was going through an old family photo album. I found a picture of me when I was 9. My kid as a toddler invented the word Nexterday because she knew yesterday and next, but not tomorrow. My son used to say Slashlight, which I think is a more refined weapon used by a Jedi Knight for a more civilized time. When I was playing Monster Hunter on my PSP while waiting for the train, an elementary school student told me that I was playing with a fake Switch. PSP is such a good console. My son told me he learned that octopuses can climb through small cracks, so he's scared to swim in the ocean because an octopus might climb inside of his butt, and now I'm scared to swim into the ocean too. I'm more scared about a massive monster eating me or something, like swallowing me alive. When I was about 3, we had a cat that had stillborn kittens. I asked my father if we could make crosses for them, which he did. As he was making them, I asked, aren't those too small? Dad, what do you mean? Aren't we going to nail them to them? After several moments of silence, we're not going to do that. Oh.